Hi there, welcome to the Code of Cinema. My name is Aaron, and I love all things cinema, movies, a lot of the geeky stuff, books, comics, all that. And during my trip back to Canada, I really, as I was coming back here through my trip there, I really started to really appreciate. Hey there, Alan, welcome, man. Um, I really started to appreciate a lot more, and I think I'd fallen a little bit out of love with some of the cinema stuff. So this new series is going to, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to see this because it's late at night. Hopefully they'll get to watch it afterwards. Is we're going to look at different labels, uh, why I enjoy them, and give you some of my thoughts, my ideas. I reached out to somebody, sort of to see if they wanted to come in and join me, but I think they were. It's a little late where they're at. So cheers. Hey, there's Twisted Cinema. So tonight I figured, with it being one of the newer companies that came out from like in the US for and Canada for Vinegar Syndic's pirate labels, it being a company that I used to work with and a company that I really, really love their stuff. I want to look at Umbrella. And I've got it broken up here into all the different categories here. So we've got everything here from the sensational cinema, the beyond genres, the sunburnt screens, the films of fury, the exploitation classics, and so much more. Well, see, NFL football should not be switching over from people that are chatting about this stuff, but you never know, right? And I also don't know the time there. But I'm going to go through some of my favorites, and we'll look at the Umbrella website as well if we get enough people in here. I did. Let me just see if. Want to look at some of these Umbrella releases and just show you what a wide breadth and depth Umbrella has, and why they're a great company and a boutique label to get, to search, to discover from. And that's what all this is about. It's about discovery of films, of cinema. Let's start with some cool old-fashioned stuff. And this is pre-label stuff, pre-sub-label stuff. But we got here one of their retro sci-fi double features. So I guess in a way this is labeled. I have two of these. This is Tarantula and the Crippled Shrinking Man. Now, I'm a massive fan of both these films, even though I have a massive fear of spiders. So Tarantula always used to freak me out when I was a kid. But I absolutely love this cover, this right here. And there's just such great stuff on here to look at. And we're going to be going through a whole bunch of this stuff. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, do all that stuff. If you want to super chat, super sticker, or donate, wonderful. Thank you so much. Or, make sure to join the Patreon. But above all, enjoy yourself while you're here. That's the most important thing I can ask you to do. One of my favorite movies of all time came from, I got their edition of. And I know there's other editions out there, but I just do dig Body Double. Body Double is a fantastic. It is my all-time favorite De Palma film. This is the edition that came out from them. There are a few features on it as well. There's the selection featurette, 70 minutes long. And there's a Body Double, the setup, Body Double, the mystery featurette, and Body Double, the controversy featurette. So a really cool film. If you've never seen Body Double, really check it out. We got so many sub-labels to look at through here because Umbrella is the king of this. Like, a lot of different companies do sub-labels, but Umbrella does it right. So when you see a movie in an Umbrella sub-label, truly, Clint Eastwood's greatest role. I gotta love that. It's my oldest birthday. It's like the eve of my oldest birthday. Her birthday is on the 30th. Next up is a hardboiled film noir classic, and it really is too because it is a sniper. I actually love this cover right here. Love the way this is done. We got an introduction by Martin Scorsese on here, who was here in Morocco when I missed him, and a commentary by author Eddie Muller, who does some really great commentaries. If you want to see a really good film noir commentary, Eddie Muller is really good at that. There's a film noir trailer collection on here, and the original theatrical trailer for The Sniper, which is actually an excellent film noir. Of the Lily Tomlin parody. I saw in Crow Shrinking Woman in theater, Alan, when I was a kid. I think, I think they used the Rick Baker, like ape suit. A slightly newer film, and one that really, really freaked me out when I was watching it, and that is Blackwater. I love this movie, man. This movie is tense. If you've never seen Blackwater, it is one of the absolutely most fantastic. Is it croc or I'm going to say croc. I'm going to say crocodile or alligator or crocodile. I'm going to say crocodile films. It is, it is edge of your seat. Can't stop watching right till the last minute. You don't know who's going to make it, who's not going to make it. You will be surprised. It is a fantastic film. There's some great features on it too, including commentary, deleted scenes, the making of, and theatrical trailer. I love me some Umbrella. And that's the thing. Over the last year or so, I think I let myself a little bit fall out of love with some of the stuff that I really love. Like, not really fall out of love with it, but not get into it as much as I wanted to. But tonight we're doing that. We're falling back in love with cinema. We're falling back in love with the labels. We're looking at these boutique labels, and we're focusing on Arrow tonight. We're shooting an Arrow right into Umbrella tonight, and saying why they're so damn good. Because they put out movies like Fair Game. Fair Game is an excellent, excellent film, and a favorite of Tarantino's. How do I know? Well, I saw Grindhouse. That's how I know. And it is loaded to the gills with features. Now, this is an exploitation classics. Some of these are that I just haven't got slips for. There don't have slips for them around here. So what I'm going to share are two ones exploitation classics without slips. Hey, Jeff, welcome, man. It is so cool to see you here. I'm doing Umbrella tonight. I'm shining a light on Umbrella, and I think for a while there, I was saddened because I was no longer working with Umbrella. But the honest to God's truth is, I'm still not. But I do really love the stuff that they do, and I think they're a fantastic company. Road Games. The Indicator Road Games is probably the big addition to grab, but I really wanted this. It's an exploitation film put up by an exploitation company. You gotta love this. Road Games is such a great movie. You got Stacy Keach, you got Jamie Lee Curtis, you got the Dingo. I'm not even gonna try to do an Australian accent. Hey there, Vince. Welcome, man. The trailer compilations are utterly fantastic. I don't own any of them. When I was working with them, they were going to send me the whole collection, and they never got around to doing it because the people changed that were behind the scenes. But I've seen them, and I need to pick them all up. They're utterly fantastic. Sunburnt Screens is one of the most amazing, incredible Umbrella sublabels that nobody talks about. And they're really when you're talking Australian cinema, we're really talking Australian cinema with Sunburnt Screens. So the people that leave early, those are people that are going to miss out on all the cool exploitation and beyond genre and the sinful cinema stuff. Just saying. So we have Break 'Em Around here, which is an excellent film. If you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend it. I'm a huge Brian Brown fan, so we got him in this one right here. A big discovery for me and a favorite of Brian's from Just to Disc. By the way, if you're not watching Just to Disc, you really should be. He's so good. And listen to his podcast as well. It's Malcolm. Malcolm is such an amazing film. Look at this. If you've never seen this movie, Break Morant, God, it's been a while since I've seen it now, but it's a period piece, as you can tell from right there. But I'll give you the dramatic reading. South Africa in 1901. The British war against the Boers has deteriorated into bitter guerrilla warfare. A unit on the Bosveld Carbineers, made up mainly of Australians, is ordered by the British High Command to fight the Boer on its terms and take no prisoners, an order which will prove fatal to a man they called the Breaker, Lieutenant Harry Morton. The classic Australian picture of injustice and the horrors of war has swept the world to become one of the most acclaimed Australian movies ever. Edward Woodward is fantastic in this. Brian Brown is great. I reviewed for Umbrella, and I was sent quite a few copies of Umbrella releases. They were really good to work with, and they would let me choose like which ones I'd want. I'd get to review, and I discovered a lot of really good films with Umbrella. I'd hoped to parlay that into maybe like doing commentaries or something else or features. Do I prefer this or The Wicker Man? Oh, well, The Wicker Man's a favorite, man. I prefer The Wicker Man, but they're very different films. It's really hard to put them against one another. Performance-wise, damn. Oh, see, this is a really good performance. This is a really, really good performance. It's powerful. The Wicker Man is too, but it's so understated that you can sometimes forget just what a good performance he is doing in The Wicker Man. But I would say, movie-wise, it's going to be The Wicker Man. Performance-wise, it's probably going to be Breaker. That's a great film by the guy that did Malcolm. Is this film that I absolutely frigging love, and hopefully you've seen this. And this is a big steal. So see that young guy right there that kind of looks like he's about to sing "Never Gonna Give You Up." Looks like a young Rick Astley. Well, that is Ben Mendelsohn. So this is such a cool film. He loves cars, and he really wants to impress this girl. So he decides that he wants to get a car that's going to impress the girl. Oh, thank you. I would love, and hopefully one of these days, commentary, stuff like that. I would love to do stuff like that. Ooh, I'm not actually. We'll get there. But I definitely recommend this one. It's a lot of fun. I've watched it a few times, actually. Same with this one here. This one I was kind of unsure of, and it was an older Australian film, and it was a kind of a Western. But it's The Overlanders. So it's a tense film. There's this really cool part in this movie where they're trying to herd them, right? So basically, they're herding all these cattle, and they can't get through the water's dried up. So they know that they're going to have to take a shortcut. You've got to see The Hitcher, Chris. It is such a fantastic film. You'll love it. And they're going up this mountain, like this hill, and it's like this. There's no forgiveness. There's no forgiveness on the hill. And a branch, anything could sway the cattle right off to their doom. And it is such a good scene. It is such a good sequence. Keep watching you. Well, Woken Fright is a Eureka release. I don't know if Woken Fright was put up by Umbrella. If they did, I don't think I've got the release. Next up is Rupert Everett and Hugo Weaving in The Right Hand Man, which is another really cool film. Anything that's comes out from Sunburn Screens. I swear to God, like the stuff that they put out is absolutely stunning. Follow this up with one starring Robert Carlyle. We're going to come back to Ben Mendelsohn again, and Charles Dance, another favorite of mine, is Black and White, which is another extremely powerful film that if you haven't seen it, see it. That leads into Head On. Now, here's the thing. As I'm showing you this stuff here, there's definitely a strong possibility that some of these here that I'm showing you. So keep an eye out, because some of these films could be getting new slipcovers, could be coming to Vinegar Syndrome and the partner label. So if any of these things kind of spark your interest, remember that. Because this definitely did. This is Shame. Shame, again, is another fantastic film. It's a powerful film. Sunburned Scream's got a lot of those really kind of powerful films, but this one is. I'm pretty sure this one got a brand new slipcover. Did you like Head On, Keg? Shame got a slipcover from Vinegar Syndrome, I'm pretty sure, and in a very different kind of just. Wolverine. It is Wolverine's ex-wife, right? It is Kazi. This is definitely a different film. They're putting on a show at is it an asylum? I'm trying to remember now, because Rachel Griffiths, Tony Collette's in this one. I think it's an asylum. I'd have to remember again now, because it's been a while since I watched this one. Yeah, a mental hospital. So they're putting on a show in a mental hospital. A very different film. And then Puberty Blues. What's really cool about this is whenever I see this title, I think about, what do you think about? When you see Puberty Blues, and if you've never seen this movie or the TV show that spun out of it, does anything come to mind? I can give a 3-second thing to see if anybody can think what I'm thinking of. Because for me, it's Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Because the song that kills the tomatoes, Puberty Blues, the song that kills the tomatoes and Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. You can look this up, but I'm pretty sure it's Puberty Blues. Another quality one with Playing Beady Bow. And we'll end off the Sunburnt Screen ones with Two Hands, with the late, great Heath Ledger. I'm going to slide these over here so that you're going to be seeing some quality releases. We got some exploitation. We got some beyond genres here. Greatest song ever. By the way, see this here cup? I used to have the red box, the original red box, Dungeons & Dragons. That's why I picked the cup. By the way, all these are here. I'm showing them in numerical order, so it gives you a better idea of when they were put out, how hard they are to get. I didn't get Bad by Bubba, so they did put it out. We start off with Not Quite Hollywood. To me, one of the most rewatchable documentaries I've ever seen. It is loaded with over 9 freaking hours of special features. There was an older edition that I used to have on DVD. This was a new edition with even more special features. If you've never seen this, you really, really, really owe it to yourself to see it as soon as possible. It's that good. Follow this up with one that I've got on MVD Rewind as well, and it was Nicole Kidman's first film as an adult. Because before, she did movies as a teen, as a youth, and that is Wind Rider. It was a big thing. It was kind of controversial at the time because she had her first nude scene. But a really fun little film. It's just a simple film that I just really enjoyed. Again, a lot of features on here. BMX Bandits would be one of her the ones that she did when she was like younger. She was still like kind of a teen when she did BMX Bandits. And you mentioned it before. We're getting to it now. It is Patrick, but they didn't just put out Patrick. When they put out Patrick, they put out Patrick, the original one, and they also put out the remake as well. And what's even cooler, so there's the original. There's a remake poster. Is that a lot of companies would like shove them on one disc, right? Not Umbrella. With Umbrella, each one gets its own disc. Vidcom's amazing. I would agree there, man. I love Vidcom. Own desk, own special features. Such a great release. If you don't have this release, really recommend it. I hope that this is one of the ones that makes it to the partner labels with the new slip, because I would really like to see it, as many people as possible to get to experience this. And you know, the remake wasn't bad either. Not as good as the original, of course, but as far as remakes go, I can live with it. Next up is a slasher. It's okay. I mean, it's not going to like, it's never going to eclipse the original. The original is classic, but there's some good actors in the remake. Like you got Charles Dance and Rachel Griffiths in the remake of Patrick. I enjoyed it when I saw it. So I should really go back and watch it again because I only watched it once. Patrick, it's a 4K coming from Indicator. There you go. That is right. I totally forgot about that. And Indicator's 4Ks are just amazing. Those sets. I've got a few of those, like General Lands and stuff. For those that like are unaware, like this is a new series. I hope you guys like it, because what I want to do is go through a lot of different boutique label companies. I'm going to like put the sub-label umbrella on this afterwards. I forgot to do it. So that we'll be going through a lot of different companies. We're going to be rediscovering companies and rediscovering my collections with these companies. And hopefully, there's films that you'll love as we go through here. This is Nightmares. Now, this has had a couple releases. It is an Australian film. I think the guy in this, he was a soap actor, like an Australian soap actor, and it was he a soap actor or singer? I know his name is Gary Sweet, but pretty fun little kind of like mystery, like slasher film. One of the slasher we kind of had to guess who the killer was. Not gonna say it's super hard to guess, but I really like this one. Like I watched this one a few times. Even my cousin, who doesn't normally like this type of stuff, liked this one. It was okay. See, I really like Nightmare. Probably because I didn't expect to. But it's the actors and the content. One that I did expect to like, and I really enjoyed. Now, I won't say it's quality acting wise or anything like that, but if you're in the mood for like a lot of action, just like a lot of action, look at this one right here, The Man from Hong Kong. Now, they initially put out an edition of this one right here that wasn't just The Man from Hong Kong. There was like 4 or 5 other films on there. But when they re-released it, they put on a like the Stuntman documentary. They put on a 75-minute Kung Fu Killers TV special on here. A whole bunch of Brian Trenchard Smith stuff. The original release of this, so the first release when this initially came out, and if it's still available, I definitely recommend picking it up. Came with the original soundtrack as well. So that was kind of cool. I love the fact that I think he is actually. I think that's the George Lazenby one. Gaspar Noé was in this. Yeah, this is George Lazenby one. Had to remember. Turkey Shoot. Who doesn't love Turkey Shoot? I love it. The late great Carmen Duncan is in this one as well. You guys know I'm a soap opera fan. She was in she was in Another World. She played Iris, and she's just a Australian actress. She's a beautiful lady, wonderful actress. She's vicious villain in this one. And oh man, do I have this fun with this movie? When what was that? When Shudder initially came out, he had Shudder TV, right? And it was kind of like a streaming Shudder thing. where you could like basically watch like live movies. You turn it on. Hussey I have, but Hussey I have through John Shees and Hussey, the guy that played like Lex Luthor and Lois and Clark. But I have Hussey through Indicator. That is the wrong. What that is? That's Olivia Hussey from Romeo and Juliet. I thought you were talking about the movie Hussey. But yeah, that's Olivia Hussey. That's a great cast. Olivia Hussey is in this one. Steve Railsback, right? Yes, Steve Railsback, Carmen Duncan, Roger Ward. Trust me, every time you see Roger Ward, you're like, oh, that guy, that huge dude. Hey there, Elvin. Welcome, man. It's again original soundtracks in here. Uh, Tons of features, and if you're going to see that, if you're going to have that, then you got to get yourself, Grant Page, who's does a whole ton of like stunt work. Did this movie right here. It is weird. It is cool. I enjoyed it. It is stunt rock. So if you like seeing stunts and okay music band, then stunt rock is your deal. This is actually pretty cool. I enjoyed the hell out of this one. It's a strange film, but I enjoyed it more than I thought I was. And they loaded it with features. I'm not sure if I got it in here or not. But okay, I didn't put it here. I got to put it over. I came with this with a comic book. Hey, Dennis, welcome, man. What's up is me way past my bedtime. Because we were keeping up with that stuff. They also put out the other Trenchard Smith one, Death Cheaters, which is another. It's just a balls to the wall action film. It's again, we got Grant Page in here again. John Hargraves is in this one as well. John Seal was the cinematographer on this one, and he did Mad Max Fury Road. So kind of a great cinematographer. And I think this one. I think this next one. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, is getting an indicator release as well. Snapshot. Is this the one that's getting an indicator release? I haven't looked, but this is again a loaded release. A ton of great things on here. We got commentaries. There was a booklet still in here. Did I put that away as well? No, the booklet's in here for this one. I got to be careful because there is nudity on this one. There's like a kind of a 32-page booklet. Oh, can't show you that. Can't show that. I can show you this. There's a cast on Snapshot. So yeah, there's the thing. It comes with the original soundtrack. What Sampler see from God did the music for that one? There's a lot of nudity in it. Not gonna lie, man. If you don't mind nudity, you're okay. I don't. I'm from the 80s. Like nudity doesn't bother me. Next up was Long Weekend. Again, a classic. If I can ever get Jamie Blanks on the channel again, I would love to get him on the channel again. I'd like to actually kind of dive into a bit like some of these here releases. I wanted to get him on for Halloween last year, but unfortunately we weren't able to get that done. Exactly. Everyone should see Long Weekend. But you'd be surprised. Here's the thing, Cake. It's the first time for everyone seeing one film. So you may have seen this before, but somebody may come on here that hasn't seen it. And if they haven't, watch this movie. It is bona fide classic. See, because I thought everybody'd seen Harlequin, and I was wrong. But this I really enjoyed as well. Robert Powell, David Hemmings, the one for Carmen Duncan is in this one as well. And if you haven't seen Harlequin, it's a unique film. It's a different film. There's a challenge to the film. These here came with like these here cards. And both of these came with like these really unique hard like cardboard like posters as well, which I was really, really impressed with. So we're diving into them and going into Beyond Genres next. So here we go. The first Beyond Genres that was sent to me that I got, I know some of these about myself. All these weren't sent to me, by the way. Like the stuff like like road games and stuff like that, like for movies that I actually bought. But some of these were sent to me from the company back in the day. It is a very strange film. Speaking of the cook, the thief, his wife, and her lover. It's a bit of a brutal film, but it's a really good film. I really enjoyed this. So great. It's Peter Greenaway. Tim Roth. There is a Peter Greenaway documentary on here, which again is a great reason to have this one, and a strong recommendation on that one as well. And I love the covers here. Like this is the cover. Now on the inside, do you use the same? No, use the same cover for this one. You don't always, I don't think. I can't show you the back, but the back is a real massive spoiler. Beyond Genres isn't just Australian now. Beyond Genres going to all types of stuff because that's literally what it is. It's beyond genres. It can be anything. We go to next to Slither. James Gunn now he runs the DC universe, but before he did that, he did this incredible like horror comedy that I love this cover, by the way. Look at this cover. It's so grotesque. So fits the film. You can see an even bigger version of it right here. Absolutely stunning. There's some great features on here. Clean commentary with Gunn and Fillion. Like, I'm not joking. Umbrella really does put out some bangers. My cat was just like. Next up is Possession, another absolutely stunning film. Super's a great film. Underrated, man. Super's really underrated. I'm glad you mentioned that one. Possession, yeah. It was brutal, man. This wrecked me a bit when I watched it. It is not like a film you go in light. It's not a light film. I can't imagine. Like, as somebody that wanted to act, as someone where acting was going to be my because it was going to be my thing. I can't imagine how hard it must have been to just shake this off at the end of the day. It was brutal. I think this was one of the first ones that they did a slip for. Maybe the first. I'm not sure. But it is Undead. I used to have an old DVD of this one. So when this one came out, I was really glad to upgrade this one. I actually liked Undead a lot. And I do like this cover, actually. I do really like this cover. I like the Beyond Genres covers. That's why I would never, for me, I don't need to rebuy the new cover for Vinegar Cinema if I've already got it, right? One of my cats is going nuts over there. Pan's Labyrinth, Del Toro, Beyond Genres has a nice wide selection of titles. Hey. What you doing? That's Stubby. And one is a big one for me. Possession played here in Calgary, but Kayla Janice. Oh, have you met Kayla? I'm a massive fan by Kayla. I think that she has done so much for the industry and so much for Canada. Love to meet her. Love to talk to her. Heavy metal. So my sister My mom wanted me to bring my sister to see Snow White. Snow White was like playing at the theater in Alberta. so Snow White was playing in one theater, and Heavy Metal was playing in the other. I was a massive fan of the Heavy Metal magazine. I had a ton of copies that I used to hide somehow because you know what heavy metal's like. So I brought my sister in to watch Snow White, and then I snuck out and I went into Heavy Metal instead. And I was so glad I did. It is such a good film. What a amazing soundtrack, and a lot of like Canadian like actors on here. Just I actually have still because they did a what's it a car refreshener air freshener with this, which I still have, and I have so many versions of this movie. The next one I'm going to show you, you'll know understand. Well, yeah, Child's Play. They put out Child's Play. I've got like Screen Factory Child's Play. She's video store clerk. Are you serious? I am so, dude. I'm so jealous, Twisted. I'm super jealous. Well, if you ever say you can tell her this guy's been a fan since well, her writings and Starlight Horror, which is a documentary they made about her. I wonder how she feels about the documentary now. Like, it was a pretty good one. But Child's Play, they put it out. I had a million copies of it, but Toro's stop motion animation Pinocchio. I almost saw that here at the Marrakesh Film Festival, but I saw it afterwards, but I could have saw it on the big screen. All right, we're getting into some of the different genres. I'm going to go with Monica Bellucci because I just, fell in love with her when I was young. They did, yeah, and this I think this series is still ongoing. I got to get some more of these down the road. It's Films of Fury. So they started off with The Big Boss. And I got to say, I love the way they got these done. I was excited to get this, even though I got like the film. I was excited to get this edition of the film. And then they followed it up with number 2 being Fists of Fury. Again, another fantastic film. And this one has Bruce Lee, the Legend, the documentary on here. I think this one is documentary too. Bruce Lee, the Man, the Legend. So there's a bunch of features on each of these. I know, actually, I don't think it looks bad. Whenever you say something like that, the thing you got to say, Keg, is like, how good of a picture could I do of Bruce Lee? That's what I say anytime he gets complaining. And I went, see, I can say that because I went to art school, and I can't draw like that. So I can't draw a circle, man. Okay, we got, maybe I should leave Sensual Cinema last, because I know somebody else wants to see that. But they did some really cool stuff with World Cinema as well. Why do a double dip? That's actually a good question. I've triple dipped on certain titles. It depends on if something I gotta really like it. For me, it's like Black Christmas is one of those titles, right? Halloween is one of those titles. Child's Play, I saw when it initially came out in theater. There was 3 people in the theater. There's me, my dad, and my cousin. And I've got an emotional connection with Child's Play. So there's a 4K Child's Play out there, and I haven't picked it up yet. But even though I have the 3 other versions of the film, I will get that one. I know it's 4K, so it seems different, but just the matter of like something simple as, I guess, unique artwork. And the way that it's done was the reason for it was enough for me to double dip. Now, that being said, I don't recommend double dipping unless it's something that you really, really love and that you really want to get like all the copies of. I got friends that are massive Halloween fans. Do I prefer 2 over 1? I go back and forth. I love the dynamics behind 2 because I think that Andy plays off with the girl so well. And we've everything's been established by two. So we're getting Chucky as as he's going to be going forward, right? So I love that. I love the film and the energy of number two, but I love almost the slightly gothic feel of part one when we don't know for sure. Like we kind of know it's Chucky, but there's a little bit left to our, to the imagination. And there was going to be more originally. So I think I go back and forth. They're almost on equal footings. All right. Ready for the fancy stuff? Okay, here we go. We got some world cinema, and you're going to see some cool stuff here. We start out with Ida, which was a film that I wasn't sure about when I got it, and enjoyed the swim when I thought it was going to. There's a starkness to the covers. When you look at the artwork on the inside, it's like, wow. We followed that up with a Fellini film with La Strada, which again is a fantastic Fellini film. If you haven't seen it, definitely recommend it. He said some say it as his finest work. I don't think it's Fellini's finest work, but it's definitely up there. And I think it's more accessible Fellini as well. Because, let's be honest here, not all of those Fellini's films are across the board accessible. Next one is one of my better half's favorites. She was very glad when she found I was getting this one. So it's by Wim Wenders, and it's the Buena Vista Social Club. It is an absolutely wonderful film. I mean, I think eventually they will be. Like Gone with the Wind is a stone cold classic, man. So that one eventually will get a definitely. I'm surprised it doesn't have 4K. It doesn't have 4K. I'm pretty sure Gone with the Wind has a 4K. Where do you live? Because, like, what? Not where do you like what country are you in? Because I'm pretty sure I saw the 4K Gone with the Wind when I was in Canada. So I think it's got a North American release. Send me, I'm not sure on. There's some absolutely fantastic music in this movie. I think it is on 4K, actually. Tell you what, let me just take a little peek. I could have sworn I saw it. Look, I always aim to deliver. Because, and it wasn't expensive either. That's what I'm thinking of. Or maybe it's coming out. We'll look into what I can find out about if it's coming out or not. Because there's a couple of companies I can reach out to. If I find anything out, I'll let you know. No, I don't think so. Like, if it was, we wouldn't have gone to out in the first place. I recently got like a newer release and everything. So with Gone with the Wind, it would be more than likely just it's a matter of time. It's one of those films. But no, it'll definitely be out. you're safe, dude. It's just seem to be like rolling out the classic releases at a little bit at a time. I know that this year is Columbia's 100th anniversary, and I know that I get sent a like some stuff from Columbia, actually, not movies. I wish, but I got like it's still in Canada, but I got like a blanket with Columbia's 100th anniversary logo on there. Um, and it's got and I got like some other kind of like Columbia anniversary things for their anniversary. Hopefully, I like to get hopefully they're setting out some sets and stuff like that. Shane, I'm not sure. We'll do a video on 4K stuff. I'm going to try to get through these before I go to sleep. Run Lola Run, again, such a good film. I was so in love with her, by the way. I thought she was the most gorgeous. She was the coolest. Shane on 4K. Shane's on a 4K. I'm sure Shane will come out. Like a lot of the classic films, I'm finding now that they're getting set releases as opposed to like a lot of singular releases. Like it's only recently, like stuff like Casablanca and the Maltese Falcon started getting like 4K releases. And the sad thing is that for like a lot of companies, and I know this is a shame to say, that when they look at some of the older films and they sit on them a bit because they don't think because they think we'll buy the latest Marvel or the latest DC, and we may not pick up, Gone with the Wind or Shane, because they're older. I know it's kind of crazy, but it's starting to change now with the Columbia Classic sets, the Sony set that came out, and we're starting to see like kind of singular releases. But it's definitely taken a while. I still have a special limited edition. Like you remember the one with the red edition of Gone with the Wind, and it came with like a book and pictures and all this type of stuff. And it came with like the movie Scarlet, which was a TV film about the casting of Scarlett O'Hara. 'Cause it was a big deal. A lot of people like were cutthroat going over that role. High Noon. High Noon's amazing. A double feature from World Cinema with Jean de Florette and Manion de Source. I'm sorry, I'm not good with French, but it is it's a villain sequel, really. It's a beautiful Emmanuel Bear. That's the thing. Nowadays, I try to worry about things going out of print. Hopefully not. Like people worry about sometimes about like slip covers and all that going out of print. As long as the movie's there, I'm good. But if it comes into time, okay, that movie's like at a company that's no longer gonna be around anymore, but with the rights issues, all that type of stuff. That's when I worry. Kino's pretty good about keeping things in print. All right, so we're at the end with Sensual Cinema. It was one of their newer labels, and it definitely has some different stuff. But they started with what I consider the best edition of Showgirls. And I know, a lot of you are going to say the Vinegar Syndrome edition, right? But there's a documentary on this that is missing from the Vinegar Syndrome edition that you can get on the Vinegar Syndrome edition, but you can get on here. And this is not an expensive edition to buy. So there is a 2-hour documentary called You Don't Know Me. And it's about fans of Showgirls. I kid you not. Like, can I show the inside of this? I can show this part. Japanese. But do have a ton of nudity on that type of stuff, so I do have to be careful. And number 2 was one that I know a lot of people were excited about when it came out, and it is Sex and Zen. Luckily, covered it well, because if you slip the case off, yeah, no, you can. No, it's actually not too bad. I can show you with this one, because they do a good job. before Finger Cinemates. That, it really was. I mean, I still for me, that's the one. That is still like the one to go with. And again, another double feature. But this one, was this one on 2 discs or 1 disc? I think it's on 1 disc. And there's a, gotta cover it right there. In the realm of the senses, and Empire of Passion. Oh, it's a troll, like on the channel. Don't worry about it. I don't know if they came in afterwards. I only got up to 3. It got expensive to get like stuff from Umbrella. I really wish I could. I guess now with I got a better chance when I go back. But there's like a featurette on here called "Cinema and Censorship: The Films of Nagisha Oshima," a discussion, which I haven't watched yet. I forgot about it. Hey, Chad, welcome, man. Yeah, and this is you came in here near the end, but there's so much to love about Umbrella Entertainment and their titles. To just give you an idea of some of the stuff that we've looked at here tonight and how massive Umbrella is. We got some weird people tonight. It's probably going to fall. This is just 3 labels, sublabels of the company right here. And that's not everything we've looked at. Because we also checked out all these right here. So if you and non-sublabel edition, these right here. So many different something fell there somewhere. Types of titles, so many different styles. From the Ozploitation classic stuff to sensual cinema to beyond genres. That was Body Devil. To world cinema, to my favorite, the Sunburnt Screens. I absolutely adore enjoying and buying Umbrella releases. I recommend them. I strongly do. And here's the thing. It's our first video in this series, but I would 100% say Umbrella is 100% a company to buy if you want to discover some really good cinema. My name is Aaron. I want to thank you for joining me here tonight. Tried to keep this at least a little bit under an hour. But have a wonderful evening. Let me know, if you're not watching this live, let me know in the comment section down below the Umbrella releases that you've got, that you've picked up. And I will see you soon, right here in the call of cinema. Have a wonderful evening, and later.